Dear students, today I am going to start exercise 9.2 from question number 4. In this question we are given AP minus 6 minus 11 by 2 minus 5 and so on, and sum of n term is minus 25. We have to find how many terms of AP will give this sum, that is minus 25. Basically we have to find the value of n. So we will write the formula Sn is equal to n by 2 2a plus n minus 1 d. Now here we have first term a as minus 6. Now we will find d, that is common difference. Second term minus first term. So taking the LCM we will get minus 11 plus 12, that is 1 by 2. So difference is 1 by 2. So we will put value here. Sn is minus 25 given in the question, and we have to find 2 into a. A is minus 6 plus n minus 1, d is 1 by 2. So we will simplify it to find the value of n. So it will become n by 2 minus 12 plus, taking the LCM, we will have n by 2 minus 1 by 2. Now when we will take LCM, it will become minus 25 is equal to n by 2 minus 12 plus 2 n minus 1. Now it will be minus 25 is equal to n by 2. Again we will take the LCM of the terms within the bracket. So it will become minus 24 plus n minus 1 by 2. So it will become n by 2 minus 4, minus 24 minus 1 become minus 25 plus n by 2. Now we will multiply n by 2 with the terms within the bracket. Now minus 25 is equal to n 25 minus 25 n plus n square upon 4. On cross multiplying we will get minus 100 is equal to minus 25 n plus n square. So it will become a quadratic in n square minus 25 n plus 100 is equal to 0. Now we will find the value of n by splitting the middle term. So n square minus 25 n plus 100. So splitting the middle term we will get n square minus 5n minus 20n plus 100 is equal to 0. So it will become n, taking n common from first two terms, it will become n minus 5, and taking minus 20 common from last two terms, which will become n minus 5 within the bracket. So it will become n minus 20, n minus 5 is equal to 0. It will give us two values of n, that is 20 and 5, and both are positive. So both values of n are acceptable. So n is equal to 20 and 5. So 20 and or 5 terms can be used to find sum minus 25 of this series. Now moving to question number 5. In question number 5 we are given in an AP pth term is 1 by q. So we will start the question from the first statement. Pth term is equal to 1 by q. So we are given AP means pth term of this AP is equal to 1 upon q. So what will be the pth term? That is a plus p minus 1d. We will put here instead of n we have p. Now in second statement, in second line of the statement we are given qth term is 1 by p. So aq is equal to 1 by p. So what will be the qth term? A plus q minus 1d. According to question we have pth term is equal to 1 by q and qth term is 1 by p. Now we will subtract second from first. This is the first equation, this is the second equation. So subtracting second from first, we will get, now when we will subtract second from first, it will give us now 1 by p, 1 by p minus 1 by q, 1 by p minus 1 by q. Is equal to a plus q minus 1 d minus a plus p minus 1 d. Now it will become, taking LCM, it will become q minus p is equal to, now we will open both the brackets, it will become a plus qd minus d minus a minus pd minus then plus d. So d and minus d will cancel, same a and minus a will cancel, and we are left with q minus p into d. Here we have q minus p upon p over q. So q and minus p will cancel from both sides, and we will get d is equal to 1 upon p over q. Now we got the value of d from here, that is 1 upon p over q. Now we can put the value of d in any of the equation, maybe one, first or second. So putting value of d in first, in d in first we get, now when we will put the value of d here, so it will become 1 upon q is equal to a plus p minus 1, and d is 1 upon p over q. Now we will simplify it. 1 upon q is equal to a plus, it will become p upon p over q, then minus 1 upon p over q. Now p and p will cancel, so we are left with 1 upon q, and here also 1 upon q. We have 1 upon q is equal to a plus 1 upon q minus 1 upon p over q. So 1 upon q will cancel, and we will transpose minus p over q to other side, and we will get a is equal to 1 upon p over q. Now we have to find that sum of p into q terms is equal to half pq plus 1. So we will find sum of p into q terms. Now here n is p into q by 2. 2a plus pq minus 1 means n minus 1 into d. Now we have already found the value of a and d, which is equal to 1 upon pq. So we will put the value of a and d here. Now it will be pq by 2 upon pq plus pq upon pq minus 1 upon pq. pq and pq will get cancelled, and we are left with pq by 2, then 2 upon pq minus 1 upon pq will become 1 upon pq plus 1. So taking the LCM, it will be pq by 2, 1 plus pq by 2. Now 1 plus pq upon pq. Now pq and pq will get cancelled. So we are left with 1 plus pq by 2, or you can say half pq plus 1. So sum of p into q term is half pq plus 1. Now moving to question number 6. In question number 6 we are given, if the sum of certain number of terms, we are not aware about the n. So sum of certain number of terms of AP, we are given AP as, given AP is 25, 22, 19, and so on, and sum of certain term is 16. We have to find the last term. Now here A is equal to 25 and D is equal to 22 minus 25 means second term subtracted from first term. So difference of term is minus 3. Now D is minus 3 and sum is given 116. Now we have to find the how many terms form this sum 116. So we will write sum is equal to Sn is equal to n by 2 2a plus n minus 1d. Then sum is 116 n by 2. Now a is 25, so it is 2 into 25 plus n minus 1. D is minus 3. Now it will become 116 into 2 on cross multiplying is equal to n 50 minus 3n plus 3. Now it will become 232 is equal to 50 plus 3 is 53. So it will become 53n minus 3n square. So transposing these two terms on right side to other side, we will get a quadratic in n. So it will become 3n square minus 53n plus 232 is equal to 0. Now we will split the middle term, that is 53. Now it will now the middle term 53 can be splitted by 3n square. It will be written as 3n square. Now on splitting the middle term, we will get 3n square minus 24n minus 29n plus 232. Now it will become, taking 3 common from first two terms, it is 3n minus 8. We have taken 3n common from first two terms. Similarly, we will take minus 29 from last two terms. It will become n minus 8. So we have 3n minus 29 as factor and then n minus 8 is equal to 0. So from here we get n is equal to 29 by 3. N cannot be in fraction. So this value of n will be rejected, and now n is also equal to 8. So we will have this value n is equal to 8 will be accepted. So when n is equal to 8, we have to find the last term. Last term means nth term. So n is equal to a plus n minus 1 d is equal to, here a is 25, n here is 8 minus 1 and d is minus 3, which is equal to 25 plus 7 into 3 minus 3 is minus 21, which is equal to 4. So last term of this AP is 4. Now moving to 7th question. In 7th question, we have to find sum of n terms of AP whose kth term is given as 5k plus 1. So we are given ak means kth term is 5k plus 1. Now we will put k is equal to 1 and 2 to get the first two terms of this AP. So a1 will become 5 into 1 plus 1 is equal to 6, and a2 will become 5 into 2 plus 1 is equal to 11. So we got our first term as 6, and then d will be a2 minus a1, which is equal to 11 minus 6 is equal to 5. Now we have first term of AP 6 and d difference, common difference is 5. Now we have to find sum of n terms. Now sum of n terms is n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 d. Now here we have n by 2, 2 into a is 6, so we will put the value of a, 2 into 6 plus n minus 1, d is 5. So it will become n by 2, 12 plus 5n minus 5. It will become n by 2, 5n plus 7. So this is the sum of n terms of given AP. Now we will start question number 8 in the next video.